A look inside the world's largest military aircraft. The Super Galaxy is designed to serve the strategic logistical needs of the US military. Looking at its cargo compartment, it is able to carry a maximum of 281,000 pounds of cargo and has 36 pallet positions. The compartment measures 13 feet and 6 inches in height, 19 feet in width, and 143 feet and 9 inches in length. This dwarfs the dimensions of its closest USAF counterpart, the C-17 Globemaster III, particularly in length. The C-17's cargo compartment is 88 feet long, 18 feet in width, and 12 feet and 4 inches in height. It should be stressed that being smaller doesn't make the Globemaster III inferior to the Super Galaxy, as these aircraft are simply filling different niches and requirements within the service. The Super Galaxy is overkill for most missions, and the only military transport aircraft that is more or less comparable to the Super Galaxy is the AN-124. The only strategic military transport aircraft in production today are in the Globemaster class of airlifters. Russia has restarted production of its Ilyushin, Illinois 76 strategic airlifter, and the new 11 Y-20 is China's answer to the C-17. The turboprop Airbus A400M Atlas is the largest airlifter in production in Europe, although it's designed to bridge the gap between the C-17 Globemaster III and the C-130J Super Hercules or Embraer C-390 Millennium. The Super Galaxy can be loaded or unloaded from both the front and the aft, or even both simultaneously. Its nose hinges up while it also has a rear ramp that lowers. Vehicles like trucks, tanks, and MRAPs can be driven on and off using the front and rear ramps. It can carry 2 M1A1 Abrams main battle tanks or even the fuselage of a disassembled C-130. In peacetime, Galaxies typically don't carry maximum loads, as this accelerates the airframe's wear and tear. In practice, they don't carry the large numbers of equipment often advertised unless there is a pressing need to do so. One notable feature of the C-5 is that it can kneel. Its kneeling landing gear enables the giant aircraft to lower its cargo floor to around that of a truck bed. Of the 52 Super Galaxies remaining, 50 are later C-5B variant aircraft, and 2 are original C-5A models. Those 2 former C-5s are specially modified into space cargo modified C-5CS that are specifically intended to ferry around cargo like satellites, telescope components, and other cargo for NASA. One notable payload that they have carried was components of the Hubble Space Telescope. The Lockheed C-5M Super Galaxy is the largest military transport aircraft in the United States Air Force, although not the largest in the world. That title goes to the Antonov An-124 Ruslan, after the destruction of the world's only An-225 Mriya in 2022. It is also smaller than the Airbus A380 and most Boeing 747 civil airliners. However, as a military aircraft, it is able to kneel, conduct aerial refueling, and perform short takeoffs. As with many new aircraft, the plane soon ran into significant development issues after it entered service in the 1970s, the most serious of which were cracks in the wings. After the faulty wings were replaced, the aircraft matured in the 1980s. Since then, the Galaxy, and now the Super Galaxy, has been a workhorse of U.S. strategic transportation. In the 1960s, the Air Force identified the need for a large strategic military transport system, and several engine manufacturers and plane makers competed. Lockheed offered a solution with new General Electric turbofans. Boeing's solution featured Pratt & Whitney's new turbofans and was considered a strong contender, but the Air Force went with Lockheed's design. Boeing then took its design and adapted it into the 747 civilian airliner. Lockheed may have won the initial contract, but in the end, it failed to find any other customers for the Galaxy, and its attempts to make a civilian variant went nowhere. It produced a total of 131 Galaxies for the Air Force in 2 separate production runs. Boeing went on to sell over 1,500 Boeing 747s to dozens of customers, including the United States Air Force. The final C-5 was delivered to the Air Force in 1989. Today, the Air Force has a total of 52 C-5s in service, all of which are upgraded C-5M Super Galaxies. One of the most important upgrades was that the aging General Electric TF-39 engines were replaced with General Electric CF680C2L1F commercial engines. These provide a 22% boost in thrust, a 30% shorter takeoff roll, and a 58% faster climb rate. The new engines also allow the aircraft to carry higher payloads over greater distances.